Tonight, an off-duty paramedic is being held a hero after rescuing a baby suffering from a seizure. On your side's Cameron Leppinger was there for the special reunion as the baby's parents got a chance to publicly thank the Clay County firefighter for his help.
It's one terrifying moment that this father says he'll never forget.
I pulled over at first and she was trying to get him out of the car seat. I really didn't know what to do.
On Super Bowl Sunday, William Perminter and his wife and their one-year-old son Brantley were headed home when suddenly Brantley stopped breathing. They feared the worst.
That's what it feels like you're about to lose everything. And it's not fun.
After seeing both parents in distress on the side of the road, Clay County firefighter Lieutenant Mark McMillan pulled over to help. The parents thought Brantley was choking. However, Lieutenant McMillan determined the baby was actually suffering from a common type of seizure.
And I lifted his eyelids, and then I could see where his eyes were flipping and kind of going up, and his arms were having involuntary movement, so that was what keyed me into knowing it was probably a febrile seizure.
McMillan was able to calm the parents down and keep little Brantley safe until paramedics arrived. During Tuesday's Clay County Commission meeting, McMillan was recognized for his efforts. Both parents say their faith in humanity has since been restored.
Yeah, you helped save Brantley, even though he was already breathing by the time you got there, but you definitely called the right shots.
Cameron Leppinger, First Coast News, on your side.